Yeah, good night, Johnny. I do like the colour grading in Oregon, though. They got it so right. Look at that. It's bang on. Yeah, but let's face it, Alex Wilson, those two fighters got paid a very, very large amount of money. And if you've ever watched a documentary that shows you, like, behind the scenes, like what the fighters do, you can bypass the way station. Yay! Like, this sheer amount of training they have to go through is crazy. They're super fit, those UFC fighters. And they're like, they've got to know, you know, the MMA fighters in particular have to know so many different skills. It's all about the theatre. That's part of the game, but they all know that. That's for the audience, that's not for them. The training regime and the diet they have to have is just unbelievable. So much discipline. I don't know, Alex. I have no idea. I mean, the last time, like, if you saw the documentary McGregor did on his, was it last year's fight, the year before? I don't know what he's like this year, but back then he was like really aiming at the top. Yeah, it could be. I mean, maybe since he's got rich, maybe he's just lost the drive, which happens, right? Like, he had a massive drive, maybe he lost it a bit. So the discipline goes with it. You prefer... You prefer KFC? Fair enough. Can't argue with that. They still haven't fixed that leak. That leak was there last time I drove through. Dave, when was the last time you had a takeaway? He also made 350 million from his fight with Merriweather. Yeah. Once you've got that kind of money, you get to the point where you're either doing it because you realistically think you can be number one, or you're just going to get bored doing it. Jules, it looks like old-fashioned petrol hand pump. You like that Nokia tune, don't you, Jules? No, there's no special transport in ATS yet, unfortunately. I wish. It'd be very interesting to see how they do special transport in ATS, like whether they do it differently. You missed your kebab on Thursday, so you had it last night instead. Oh, God. Dave, let me just ask you something. If you start going to the gym, are you going to give up kebabs? Well, that's my hope, that they will do bigger hauls. They'll like do wider hauls and like really cool stuff. That's my hope. Like, it won't just be the same as your truck, but with a different model on the back. It'll actually be substantially different. Dave, don't bother going to the gym then. If you're not going to give up kebabs, don't bother. Because anything you do in the week is going to be wiped out by your kebab trip. Just don't bother. Save your money on the gym and spend it on kebabs. You went out for dinner today for a carvery extra large. 5 meats and 2 Yorkshires, loads of veg, and still had a pudding. Dude, I don't know where you're putting it. Right, well, Dave, you know, you need to show me the money on that one. You need to prove that theory to me, because I don't believe it. You eat what? 7 Kit Kat Chunkies a week? That's not one a day, that's awesome. Now that's a straight road. You tell people you're in training. For training for what though? Work out more than you consume. We're still in Oregon, but not far away from. Yeah, so still in Oregon before we crossed Lakeview. After Lakeview, we'll be in California. You'll be able to tell the speed limit will drop down to 55. Peshwari naans are so good. I love Peshwari naan. It's pretty much the only naan bread I buy now. You have army basic training in 6 months. Whoa. And how fit are you currently, Chaos? No, he never said that. He said he has army basic training in 6 months, not for 6 months. I just opened the map, dude. Yeah, it's a nice view. What the heck? We got a truck doing 35 in a 65 zone? What's going on? I don't think it's anything to do with the cop behind him. He's driving well within the speed limit. Welcome back, Font. New T, 35 months, almost 3 years. Annoying purple button's been flashing all that. Only just thought to get rid of it. 1 month to a new note. Keep up the great work. You are so close. Thank you, Newty. Push the Smoky out of the way. Yeah, and I'll get fined like $1,600 or something.
Have I heard about the problems with the new Windows October update?
I have not, Leaky. What are the problems? You're in the SAS. Jack M. If you was in the SAS, you pretty much wouldn't be able to say that you're in the SAS, therefore you're not in the SAS. But now you're going to tell me that it stands for something else, right? Like Scandinavian Air Services. It deleted users' data. Wait, what? It can delete personal files. Oh my god. Good job I back up every night then. Like everybody, right? Fun! That was actually my 12-month, but Scumbag Twitch meant it came up weird. Glad to be part of the amazing community. Yeah, it just said resume fun. It didn't say how many months. Thank you, Fun. Hey, Costa. You're going for Special Forces to be in the 75th Ranger Regiment. Ooh. So I guess, Chaos, that means we won't be seeing you in about 6 months' time. That'll be pretty much you gone. Is that right? Connor, no way, dude. I use a Cronus backup. I have done for years. I don't use the Windows backup. Hey, look at this guy. Hey. It'll be about a rear training. I think it's because it reduces your tier, so you have to let your sub end and resub. No, you got a gold cap, so it's not. Oh, I see what you mean. Right, you had to let it end and then resub at a lower tier. Gotcha. Gotcha, fun. You need to restore your OS drive. You couldn't boot because it's from its bootable Acronis disk. I've never had a problem, Captain Flint. And besides, you could just make another one easily on a different PC. The update is major, like Windows 11. It's more than a standard update. Uh-oh. Scumbag cop. Yep, Nash drives up. How big is the update? Sounds like it's pretty big. only feature you don't like about the game is backing up mechanic. What don't you like about it, Spider Guy? Microsoft pulled the latest updates after reports it was deleting files. Whoa. That's not good, is it, eh? I mean, the price of hard drives these days, the amount of storage you can get for like such low money, you really ought to be backing up onto another drive every night. Well, I don't get the updates straight away anyway, transmission, because I have the delayed thing. So I probably won't get that update until, I don't know, December or something. See you, cool tiger. You don't like this whole new Windows as a service? Well, I don't think it's going to go away. There's your 55 limit. I think so, Steel. I think they'll be working on that problem this week. They'll probably have it nailed. They'll be a bit careful before they push that rollout out again. Right, we're on the 395, I think it is. ETA Sunday 3 AM. Blimey. Actually, when do we have to be there? Expected Sunday 2 PM till 7 PM. So we could actually take a rest on the way once it gets a bit dark. Maybe there's a rest stop down here we can use. The OS is Linux. Yeah, I like Linux, it's just that it's not really great for gaming. Look at that Walmart trailer. Rip. Cows for Hire, 28 months, enjoying the streams. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Cows. Steam's doing good work with wine. It's going to take years to change the status quo, you know, like a long time. Fog Haven, welcome back. Yes, Thomas, it will be the last delivery, mate. We're going to drop this off when I'm done. Johnson's Bill, welcome. Have you ever been to Devon? Dude, I've said before, I love Devon. I like Devon more than Cornwall, personally. But just don't tell Colmore boy.
Konnichiwa, Squirrel-san.
Captain Flint. When you check if you have enough time for the delivery, it's much easier to compare remaining hours with the ETA hours and the actual date and time. For example, you have ETA 3 hours, remaining 20, so you have 17 hours to spare. You have ETA 3 hours. I have ETA 3 AM, not 3 hours. Remaining 20. So yeah, at the bottom it says remaining 20. Yeah, I could just look at that number and go, oh, I can sleep for so many. Yeah, you're taking 3 off 22 and going, that's, yeah, that's what you do. That was an example. Yeah, okay. I get what you mean. You went from Devon to Cornwall on the Flying Scotsman yesterday. Nice. Did the weather hold? They could make it a little more straightforward, yeah. I don't think they've changed these screens since the game came out. They changed that one, obviously. But this screen here, I don't think they've changed it since the game came out. And you can't even move it, that's the thing. Which is really annoying. Like, you should be able to move this and put it somewhere else and change what information it displays. That's what you need. You had to go on the footplate, nice. I was expecting a rest area. I don't think we're gonna get one. Why do they have to change the screen? It's the same as it was when the game came out because it works efficiently. Effectively. No, we just literally said that it's not effective. Like, we just discussed the fact that it could be easier. Why can't we move it around, Super Sobes? What's wrong with that? Or you could have info on GPS in your truck. Yeah, that would actually be nice to be able to do that, DJ. Like, take some of the, like you say, info and say I want that on my sat-nav, and then I don't have to do this. "99 miles away." How do you know that, Steel? Be great if it said here, wouldn't it? Voice GPS. The only problem with the voice GPS is they have to do it in so many languages. And it's doable. And like, it's when you get to those weird junctions where there's like multiple lanes and things are branching off, that's where it gets a bit awkward with the sat-nav. BJ, thank you for 4 months. Well, I think, Lord Scarny, that's probably because some of the trucks are like predate having that stuff built in, don't they? So they always give you the option of having a sat-nav like on the windscreen instead. Ceci, how you doing? Did you make it back, sir? Or are you still in the UK? Ceci came all the way from Bulgaria. Oh, that reminds me. Hang on. Ceci gave me a couple of gifts. So he gave me this, you see this? He gave me this pen from Bulgaria. All the way from Bulgaria. And he gave me in this Bulgarian bag. He gave me that. Oh. Bulgarian trinkets. Thanks once again, Sissy. Oh my god. You're on mobile, no worries. Yeah, you know why I drive with high beam raking? Next event, Captain JC. I'm not sure actually. I do it to upset the AI's feelings, Reagan. Oh, you're leaving on Tuesday, so the hotel got you. Right. So you're on what? You're on Hotel Wireless, right? Have you gone... Did you go to Manchester, or are you still back in Telford? Am I ready for my test? Yeah. I got back at lunchtime today and then basically did a couple of hours of exam practice again. So I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. You're in Manchester. Cool. The sights and sounds of Telford. There's finally a rest area. It's a test to get my comms license for flying. Fuel. What, so you can just stop here and go to sleep? Like this whole thing is just... That doesn't make any sense. How hard is a comms license? No, it's all to do with like... It's all to do with talking to ATC, like knowing how to talk to ATC. Really. How to get position fixes, relay, maydays, pans. You know when you're going through, controlled airspace, and it's all that kind of stuff. Except, whereas say you're on VATSIM, you can get away with murder. With this, you have to say it correctly. Why is the speed limit suddenly 80? No, AFA, because there's things that you have to be able to do that you won't be able to do in the sim. You need to just learn it. See you, Captain JC. Thank you, 4 months, Neil Lynch. I don't think we're in Arizona. I'm pretty certain we're in California, aren't we? Oh, yeah, there you go. No, I thought it was weird. Thought it was weird we were doing 80 speed limit. That explains it. Taking air traffic control, do you think it might be harder in other countries? I have heard, Thomas, that it's different in... Yeah, it is different in different countries. So some are going to be easier than others. That's California. Boom, 55. And an inspection. Welcome to California. Yeah, there's definitely differences, Langerfeld. There's definitely differences, like in the American and English way of doing things. Like you say, it's pretty much the same, but there's differences between the two. Tons. Paul, didn't you say yesterday as well you're meant to say try instead of 3? No, so... No, that's not really what I said. So... The number 3, yeah? As you go around the world, some countries that are not native English speakers can't say 3. So the official way of saying 3 is tree, as in you just drop the H and say tree. Hence why if you hear some controllers, some of them will say, you know, 1, 2, 3, decimal 5. That's technically correct, but people who can natively speak English tend to say 3 rather than tree. But again, that's not always the case. Some of them will say, I'm going to do it the official way, so I will say tree. And you don't say 9, you say niner. And you're not supposed to say 5, you're supposed to say fife, which is stupid because nobody ever does that. Because, like, English is the language of the skies, but you've got to accept that there are a lot of countries that are not native English, so you're trying to find a pronunciation system that everybody can cope with. Why is it niner? I assume it's just for extra clarity, because it must sound like something else. That's my assumption, but I'm not sure. And I think in the States, you'll say 1, 2, 3 decimal niner in UK, but you'll say 1, 2, 3 point niner in US, I think. I don't think they say decimal, I think they say point. Climb 9, that's why. Climb sounds like 9, I guess. It's something like that. Say decimal in South Africa. Or at least you do. Lots of good programs on, like what? Uh-oh. Mayday. AI lane merging. Whoa, what happened to that FedEx? How on earth? How on earth are you driving along in a truck and your trailer just collapses in the middle? Like it was like corrugated metal on the side. Yeah, that looked very nasty. It's almost like somebody dropped a car on him. Rust, that's it. It's Niner because nine in German is no, so to remove confusion they use Niner. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of words that sound that mean something in another language, so I don't know if that's true or not. I'd have to look it up. I mean, climb and nine may sound similar, so that could be it. To be honest, LavaTube, I knew it before I started learning to fly because I got it from simming and stuff. That's what I'm saying, LavaTube, about simming. Like, it helps because if you learn things like the phonetic alphabet, when you go flying for real, you already know that, so that's one less thing to learn. And then, you know, there's lots of other stuff like VORs and pressure and how that works. There's lots of things that you can learn in the sim. Yeah, I might ask my instructor actually, Costa. I might actually do that. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll ask the examiner. If I remember, I'll ask the examiner. Because he's like an A380 pilot, and he's a comms, like, certified comms examiner. So if he doesn't know, I'll be amazed. Apparently he's quite picky as well about the, about how it should be done. What happens in Cosford stays in Cosford. I thought it was Vegas. Well, I'm going to ask the examiner after my exam. Like, I don't want to ask him before. Oh yeah, Neelansh. If he flies A380s, he's going to have thousands of hours under his belt. And here's another thing, shouldn't it say remain on that display, not remains? Because remains means something else, and it should just say remain, 7 hours, 36 minutes. Yeah, your CPL's a lot more work than a PPL. Yeah, remain or remaining, but not remains. Jabgon, as well you know, we are not having a political discussion in chat, so drop the question. think that they meant trailer remains. No, they just didn't translate it wrong, that's all. It should say remain or remaining. Remains of your trailer must be delivered next time. Oops. Well, maybe if you've mistreated it, yeah. No, remains is not fine, Super Soaps. It's not fine at all. You can't even play ETS2 tonight, they're on stream. Why can't you play it? Oh, but you're tired, you mean? Yay, get to go over the bridge. Oh, dude! Crazy! No, that's not grammatically correct, Captain Flint. You would say, remaining 5 hours to deliver the cargo. Nobody says it remains 5 hours to deliver the cargo. It's just not how it's done. You can say things like, it remains to be seen. That's valid. But not, it remains 4 hours, or it remains 20 pence, or it remains 10 kilometers. Yeah, you could say that. It remains true that. No, because the word remains, it's to do with future tense. The word I'm not an English thingy, so I don't know how to tell you the definition of it, but remains is like a constant. Yeah? So you can't say it remains 4.5 hours, because it might be 4 hours 29 now, therefore it's not a constant. You can say, it remains true that something. That's how it works. But you'll need to ask an English teacher if you want, like, a proper definition. It's to do with tense. And future tense and present tense and all that nubbins. I don't understand it that much either, but I know what's true and what isn't. Move! No one is saying that lane. Move! One biscuit remains. Yeah, you could say 5 hours remain on the clock. You could say there are 5 hours remaining, but you can't say 5 hours remains. Yeah? San Francisco. The streets of San Francisco. Yeah, helicopter. Typical. As we pull to a stop, the lights change. I do remember the launch stream here. This, I don't get this. Why do they do that? I don't get that. Yes, right away. Yeah, I remember this drop-off. Right at the start of the very first day we streamed it, we came here. Oh look, Jazzy Cat military cargo. Right there. Recently imported. I think the truck and trailer combo might be a bit long for him here. We'll see. I need to pull further down there really, and I can't. Yeah, we're gonna run out of room completely. Oh, I just caught the front on that. I need to be able to turn a bit more and I can't because the truck's too long. It's a fun drop. I don't think it's going to accept it. You scumbag. It's not going to take it. I'm like 1 foot to the left or something. It's like, nope. We want it right there. Yeah, you can auto park. Of course you can. Oh my god. So picky. To do the shuffle. This is the downside of taking a long wheelbase truck. Is it going to take that? There we go. Flippin' heck. Ah. And then I forget that it's a own trailer, so we don't do that. Instead we do that. And then we do that. Specs perfection. Nice chunk of XP for that. 700 miles. 35 grand netted. It's not bad. Now we've got to get out. I'd love to know where they just haul that stuff to. How did they remove all that off the back of that trailer? They can't even get access to either side of it.
To the nut house.
David Din, welcome to the Net House, sir. Thank you for your support. That's a super long trailer with a long wheelbase, and that was a ridiculous drop-off. Right, guys, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm not... I can't stream next Friday evening, I don't think. So I would have liked to have done an all-day Thursday, but I can't because I think I might be flying Thursday, so... I'll try and figure something out in the week and let you know on Discord. But I hope you have a great week, whatever you're doing. Thank you for watching. Exactly 12 hours from now, I will be sat in a room with my... doing my RT exam, so wish me luck. Sorry it was a short stream this week because obviously I was at Cosford and stuff, but it was great fun. And yeah, I hope you all have a cracking week. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on Thursday. I'll try and start earlier, but like I say, it depends on flying and stuff. Like if I get rained off, then I'll start earlier and that kind of thing. But I'll let you know. Hope you lace it, so do I. So yeah, have a good one. I'll try and get some videos recorded tomorrow as well after the exam. So, busy week, although I do need to have a bit of sleep at some point. Ugh. But yeah, it's been fun. Next week, I'll probably go back to Euro Truck, I think. Next week, Sunday Night Trucking. Have fun. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.